Chat, what's up with it, man? I mean, I know it's been a little minute since I've been on. I always say that every time because I don't be on like consistent for real. Like, but I feel like I definitely got some things I want to talk about for sure. But before we get into all that, make sure y'all like, comment, subscribe. You know what I'm saying? And make sure y'all show the support. You feel me? We got like 204 subscribers. I ain't gonna hold you. Like, starting from like 0 to getting to that may not be an accomplishment for a lot of people, but for me it is. And for that, I say thank you. You know, I appreciate it. You don't have to subscribe. You don't have to watch my videos, but y'all choosing to. And for that, I appreciate it. You know, I upload a lot of shorts just to stay engaged with you guys. I know that you probably would want more videos from me, you know, and I can definitely do that for you guys. I'm going to definitely do that. But for the time being, I'm going to give you guys as much as I can when I can, you know, working around my work schedule and just trying to give you the best content that I can that I like and that I feel like you guys would enjoy. So today we got a couple of topics I want to talk about. I want to talk about this Daryl Morey talking about how illegitimate the bubble championship is. We're going to talk about that. We're going to talk about 2K's new gameplay breakdown. And we may play a game. I don't know. It depends on how I feel. You know what I'm saying? But I'm gonna do a poll on my page to see what you guys want to see me play. It's been a minute since I played a game, and we got a lot of games coming out. There's a new Mafia game coming out. 2K26 is coming out. Battlefield is coming out. Like, we got a couple of bangers. Also, I love old school games. So if you want to see me retro, a freaking game, like an older game, and play like a, you know, I don't know, like a Def Jam, or I don't know, whatever it could be, I'll play that as well. Just let me know. But I will make sure that I put a poll out tonight on that and see what you guys want to see. So without further ado, let's go ahead and get into this video. So, first thing first, let's go to First Take because they got the best video regarding it. And we're gonna turn the volume down so you guys can't hear it. And we're gonna make this big screen so everybody can see it. And we're gonna get right into it. McDonald's snack wrap. I have yet to go get one. I feel like I don't even want to go get it because I don't want to mess up how it tastes when I was younger. Pause. But yeah, I don't want to mess up the feeling I had when I was younger. Let's get to it. All right. Gotta make sure these things are hitting. All right. So first thing first, we're gonna watch the video, and then once the video is done, then I'm gonna chime in. Because I just want to hear Daryl Morey's comments. And then we're going to let Stephen A talk as well, and then we'll talk. So let's go ahead and get into it, shall we?
Rob wants his respect. Coach Vogel wants his respect. Our organization wants their respect. Laker Nation wants their respect. And I want my damn respect, too.
Yeah, put some respect on his name. All right, it's been 5 years since the moment where LeBron and the Lakers won a championship in the bubble on the Disney campus in Orlando. And a look back at the bubble at The Athletic, NBA executive Daryl Morey, at the time with Houston, now the head of basketball operations with Philadelphia, said this: had the Rockets won the title, I absolutely would have celebrated it as legitimate, knowing the immense effort and resilience required. Yet everyone I speak to around the league privately agrees that it doesn't truly hold up as a genuine championship. Perhaps the lasting legacy of the NBA bubble is that the NBA should be proud of its leadership at both the beginning and the end of the pandemic, even though the champion will be forever marked by an asterisk. Stephen A. Smith, are those comments fair or foul from Daryl Morey?
I think they're very foul, and I think that he's even wrong for bringing it up. First of all, it's legitimate when you consider the times that we were living in. Yep. What they gave us, the Los Angeles Lakers, led by LeBron James and Anthony Davis and those guys, we can never express more gratitude than what they gave us. What Jimmy Butler gave us as a member of the Miami Heat and how he pushed them to that limit. There were people that didn't want to be in the bubble, that is true, but the folks that stayed there, that challenged for a championship, that just provided us all such a reprieve from a pandemic that ravaged this world, for crying out loud. I can't say enough about it. That was a hard thing to do, no question. And I don't think that an asterisk should be a negative in this regard, because they did something a lot of people couldn't do, and even more people wouldn't even want to try. So I think that Daryl Morey was out of pocket saying that. But most importantly, look at what he prefaced his comments with. Had we won a title in Houston, stop right there. You were there for 13 years. You didn't win a title. You were there for 13 years and didn't get to the finals. And you've been in Philadelphia, and their behinds are going so backwards, badly so backwards, that people will wonder, are you trying to qualify for the G League half the time? Now, that cat, Edgecombe, along with, Tyrese Maxey, that's going to be special to behold. And if Embiid is healthy and Paul George is healthy, it's a different animal. But my Lord, under his stewardship, Philadelphia has been nothing to brag about. Houston never got it done. Why would you even give a quote like that about championships where, respectfully, Mr. Morey, it is something critics would argue you've been allergic to?
All right. Look, first thing first. Stephen A. Smith, I'm going to give him fake claps, because Stephen A. was definitely a part of the narrative that said that, oh, this title is definitely illegitimate, has an asterisk, it's not a real championship. And if you don't believe me, go do your own research. You don't have to listen to me. Stop listening to everything that people say. Just do your research. I promise he said it. My thing is this. Everyone knows that the Bubble Championship, just like any other championship, is legitimate. I don't care who you are. I don't care where you're from. The only thing that makes this championship even have an asterisk is because LeBron James won it. If any other superstar would have won that championship, they would have got so much praise. I mean, we don't talk about any award other than the championship that year having an asterisk. We don't talk about the MVP having an asterisk next to it that year. We don't talk about the Defensive Player of the Year having an asterisk that year, the Most Improved, the Sixth Man Coach of the Year. We don't talk about none of that. The only thing that has an asterisk next to it is the fact that the NBA Finals, the championship, LeBron James won it. Now, when I talk about LeBron James, y'all obviously know that I feel like he is the greatest of all time. And that's my opinion. I don't want to shove it down you guys' throat, pause, at the fact that LeBron James should be your GOAT. I don't care. I used to care, but I no longer care, because at the end of the day, people grew up watching who they watched. And they have their own eyes. They have their own opinion. And that's fine. But my problem comes from Jordan fans. This is my problem. And they're going to argue and say that we do it. No, we do not. Is a Jordan fan will diminish and downplay LeBron James' accomplishments to make him look better. Him being Michael Jordan. LeBron James fans don't do that. You know what I'm saying? I think that Michael Jordan is probably one of the greatest players of all time. He is great. I mean, I have a freaking closet full of kicks of just Jordans. And I love them. I love the way they look. I don't really care about the story behind them. I should care about the story. I just like them. I was grown up as a hood individual. I grew up in the hood. So we wore J's. So it's already embedded in me to even wear Jordans. Period. So it's just like more of a, you grow up, and I was a baby. I was an infant wearing Jordans. So, you know what I'm saying? So I was born into this, you know what I'm saying? And I mean, it is what it is. But my thing is, how long are we going to talk about this bubble championship? Why are we still talking about something that happened in 2020? Especially from a owner or GM that has never sniffed the championship. And this is what I mean when we allow individuals that don't have the rep or the experience to even talk about certain things, allow them to talk about things such as an NBA Finals or a championship. That's like telling me an NBA player, that's like me telling an NBA player, yeah, your championship don't matter. It's like, bro, who are you? And I'm not saying I'm just nobody, but that's not my lane. You know what I'm saying? And become accustomed, or become accustomed to allowing people like Stephen A. Smith, Skip Bayless, that really wasn't good themselves, talk about our sports and downplay a lot of players and how the sport is being played. For example, they keep talking about how the All-Star game is trash now. Bro, the All-Star game ain't always been competitive, bro. Like, if you go back to the early 2000s, it wasn't competitive then either. I mean, for goodness sake, Stephon Marbury and I believe it was it Allen Iverson? They had like a 3-point shoot-off at half court. So my thing is, I believe it's I don't know what it is with like an older generation, but it's like they like to downplay the new generation. And I think that's been a thing for a long time. I mean, the 90s crap on the 80s, the 2000s crap on the 90s. It's like, but the thing about it with us is we don't want to do that. I think we're forced to do that because we have to take up for our generation. You know what I'm saying? And we need some more young blood in the media, because these old individuals they can't let go of their nostalgia. They can't let go of their goals. They can't let go of things that don't matter no more. Michael Jordan ain't been on the freaking court since like what 2002, 2001? You know what I'm saying? Like, stop talking about him, bro. Like, let these new players prosper. Like, we don't talk about our players enough in today's age. You know what I'm saying? Like, we have a lot of talent in the NBA. And even with the 90s feel it too. Because in reality, in order to even know about some of the players back in the day, the only reason I even know about like players like Dominique Wilkins, Clyde Drexler, George Gervin, because of my uncles or a video game I played. Like, they don't talk about them players back in the day because they too busy trying to overhype Michael Jordan. And I'm not mad at it. I get it. But at the same time, be 50-50 with it. Be balanced. Like, okay, we get it. Michael Jordan is great. He's cold. We get that. I understand that. But there were a lot of good players back in the day as well that should get their flowers. Like, no one talks about the fact that Hakeem Olajuwon and Kenny Smith was a dynamic duo. We don't talk about Dikembe Mutombo. We don't talk about James Worthy as much as we should. You know, he played with Jordan in North Carolina, but no one even talks about that. And it's like, when are we going to start talking about everybody and not just certain individuals? You know, and the thing about it that makes it worse is LeBron James gets so much flack. You know what I'm saying? Of just, he gets all the negative energy, all the negative narratives, and that, I mean, I would explode too. You know, obviously he went off on Stephen A. a while back, you know, about his son, and people were trying to say that, oh, LeBron's a bully. No, he's not. This man been dealing with Stephen A., Skip Baylesses of the world, talking trash about him for 2 decades. 2 decades of straight slander. This man, Skip Bayless, make money off of slandering LeBron. He literally made LeBrick leg on. He the reason that you guys do that. And y'all don't even know it. Stephen A., he admitted on live television that he don't like LeBron James. And the man still is in the chair getting money. You mean to tell me, as a media individual, you can go on live TV and tell the world you don't like an individual and still expect me to believe everything that come out your mouth regarding that player? So how do I know that you've always had a motive to make LeBron look bad? You know what I'm saying? Like, y'all not thinking of stuff like that. And it's always your own people too, man. But it is what it is. Basically, what I'm trying to tell you guys is the bubble championship is legitimate. You know why? You know why it is? I know you guys are about facts, right? So let's listen. Let's look at the 2020. Follow me now. 2020. My bad, y'all. 2020 NBA Finals. Right? It was the Lakers and the Heat. Look at the standings. The Bucks were first. The freaking Heat was the 5th seed. The Lakers were first. Yes, people. The Lakers were first. Right? Also, that same year, I'm pretty sure the Clippers were up 3-1 against the Nuggets. Right? do y'all research. Okay, cool. Why do I bring this up? Okay, well, who was in the 2021 NBA Finals? Let's go see. Let's go see. The Heat, yet again, 6th. 76ers are 1st. Suns are 2nd. And who was in it again? It was Suns against the Bucks. Look. Look who the Lakers are. For who don't know, LeBron got injured. He was injured. Right? Now, 2019 Finals. Raptors and Warriors. Okay. 22 NBA Finals. Three. Okay. 8th seed again. 1st seed. Right? And mind you, the Lakers got rid of everybody. Why is the Heat back in the finals? Why is the Heat back in the finals? They were in the finals in 2020. Why are they back in the finals? Because the team was legitimate, bro. I don't care what nobody says. The NBA is the NBA. I don't care if it's COVID. I don't care if, there's no fans, there's no travel, there's no family. All of that stuff is difficult in itself. Think about it like this. As much as people want to say that crowds actually help the home team and make the losing team struggle, it's still the vice versa. It's still struggles. You can't see your family. You're stuck in a bubble. You're around only your players. You can't do anything. That's tough. Some of you guys were at home going through it. Imagine, and you were at home with your family struggling. Now imagine an NBA player not being able to see his family at all. At least you guys got to be stuck in the house with your family. They were stuck in the house with NBA players, and that's all they were around. They had to lock in. And yes, some people didn't want to be there. You know why they didn't want to be there? Because they didn't have the mental strength to be there without their family. So they didn't want to be there. Not because they didn't want to play basketball. No, because they didn't have their families. And the individuals that stayed wanted to be there. I'm sick of people trying to downplay this NBA championship because LeBron James won it. And a lot of people just use it as clickbait. Some people just use it as rage bait. Some people just use it as instigation. Like, people don't even really be caring. They just say it because they know it's going to make a LeBron James fan mad. We all know that Lakers championship was legit. The team was actually the best team in the league that year before COVID even happened. Like, well, they let us see that. NBA standings before COVID happened. Look. Here's a detailed look at the standings before the suspension. Before the COVID-19 pandemic. This is the freaking standings. Lakers are the number 1 seed at 49-14. They were already blowing the teams out of the water before freaking COVID happened. They were way before. And look at the Milwaukee Bucks. Look at the Heat. Bro, stop it. Stop it. Would y'all please stop it? Just stop. Just stop. Just admit that you're mad that LeBron James won that championship. Look at the standings. This was the standings before COVID-19. Bro, look. Look, I ain't gonna spend too much time on this topic because I don't care that much. But at the same time, Y'all gotta get y'all facts straight, bro. We know why they don't want that championship to be legit. Talking about it's an asterisk. Okay. Let's talk about the 1999 NBA Finals. Why is this relevant? And if you know, you know. Spurs versus the Knicks. I ain't gonna lie. I didn't even know it was against the Knicks. I did not know it was against the Knicks. However, what was so significant about 1999 NBA Finals? You ask? That's weird. Let's do the math. What is 37 plus 13? Because I swore there's an 82 game season. Hold on. $50. Huh. Why did the league only play 50 games that year? Huh. Oh, there was a lockout. So why isn't Tim Duncan's first championship have an asterisk? So technically, by you guys' thought process, because they only played 50 games, at least the Lakers played a full 82 game season. These niggas only played 50 games. That's 32 games less. Y'all would have had a fit if LeBron would have been able to play only 50 games and win a championship. Y'all would have lit it up. So that means, again, let's go to. I want to see who's on the teams. Tim Duncan, Sean Elliott, David Robinson, Steve Kerr. Allen Houston, Larry Johnson, Marcus Camby. And they got 4-1. Look, ladies and gentlemen. Look. Just stop. Stop hating. I understand that you are upset that LeBron James is a great player. And for some, he may challenge your favorite player. That don't mean you have to nitpick and diminish what he has done as an NBA player and as a father. Don't do that. If you don't like LeBron James because of his game, so be it. But stop making everything so personal, because some of y'all get personal. And just like Stephen A. Smith, if y'all had a chance to really talk to LeBron how y'all wanted to without security, y'all wouldn't. The nigga is 6'9", 270. You niggas are not ready for that. Shut up. You're not ready for that. Y'all, just like Stephen A. Smith did, sat there with his freaking tail between his legs, y'all would do the same thing. Stop hating. Appreciate the greatness. Because I appreciate Michael Jordan. I wear his shoes, bro. I don't have no problem wearing his shoes. I hoop in KDs. I hoop in LeBrons. I don't hoop in Jordans. I don't like the shoes to hoop in. I like them to wear casually. But I get to business in my LeBrons and my KDs. Period. So with that being said, we done with this particular topic. I'm going to stream NBA 2K26 review. So bear with me. Give me like 5 minutes. I'm going to lock